remember how the sheriffs, one thing about them, they set up a department where they put up a budget and they pay
Bingo!
everything.
What I tell you earlier. Nowadays, when we spend our money because we've been infiltrated by every waste, where you got a taco stand, you got a restaurant, and what I mean by that is when you go and buy them tacos, our money don't turn into a peso. It ain't coming back. When you go buy that goddamn pizza from the Italian, it's a lira. When you go to that swap meet and buy it from that goddamn Korean, it's a yen.
Yeah.
So back in those days, the community sponsored you. You played for McDonald's, the Cardinals, I did. Tookie was my coach. 12 years old, but if we won that game, we went to McDonald's. And you had that golden arches. But now, because these youths are so star-stricken with trying to play basketball, and football, which are winter sports, September, October, November, they endure. And parents don't have the income. They living below poverty damn near, and on the budget. So when summer comes, they have no money. And what they do, they drop them off at all these parks to where they turn into daycare centers for them. And I think we need to start bringing in funds to start getting our youth. That's the number one playing sports. It is.
And the thing about that, G, is they knew when they took that out of them. That was just like when they came in, how they sparked and brought interference with our black families and interfered with our homes from, our values and our standards of our homes to where our kids end up rebelling. See, we didn't grow up like that. Our mama, daddy, my mama could be the littlest woman in the world, slap our ass, gangsta and all. And we respected that, so we didn't get out of line with our parents.
Yes, man.
Man. All the time.
All the time.
Like I explain to the youngsters all the time, I said, bro, on Sundays was probably the most basic safe haven when it came down to us as gangs, because it wasn't no murders jumping off, because it was like a pass, because we knew our grandparents, our grandfathers, aunties, uncles, they went to church. And then they would drag some of us to church, and we was gang members, 17, 18 years old. But we got to play that role with our parents and go to church. So you couldn't sit up in church and see one of your enemies and then go blast or shoot at them. So you ignore it at that moment in time. So it was basically you getting a pass. So it was different rules and different setups that we had then as to today, man. So back then, by the sheriffs and all these sponsors, like he was explaining, the McDonald's and them, put up these funds, it created a path in these neighborhoods and our communities where now we got choices. You know how many little kids would rather go play baseball, basketball, hockey, or even try hockey, something different, tennis, anything that's putting them in a position where it's something positive, it's something constructive, and it's keeping them busy and out of the streets. You know how many of these youngsters that go break to these programs and their mama ain't got to pay for it because she can't afford it? We need those type of fundings back, bro, where people come in and they literally pay for this shit, where all your mother pay for is a $20, $25 physical. That's all we used to pay for.
If she can afford it. If not, they should come together
or
waive it, or we should be able to make it. There's no reason for any child, not to be able to live and choose the way he want to live. It's no way to live where you can't walk 10 blocks in any direction because we have to fear each other.
Where do you think the funding could come from?
Oh, they got it. Because if you read the article about when the first gang intervention started here at the Long Table, the funding comes from the government. You'll have a pie. The funding comes from the federal government, which is allotted to the states. Then the take starts at the state senators. And so the funding is there. Like you might have a budget for public safety, $120 million. 40% of that, $40 million got to go to, say, District 8. So they have funding. The problem is it's not getting to the right people or being used the proper way. How can you think that you're going to have the same politicians that practice nepotism? That means that when they go then they sister go, and they favoritism. Look at the politics in LA. Mark Ridley Thomas, Mark Ridley Thomas Jr., Mark Ridley Thomas III, Maxine Waters. All these names have been here, but ain't nothing changed. We've been at this critical condition from water hoses to chokeholds, from Democrats to Republicans. So, to change these inner cities, you have to change those that have been in charge, because whatever's been going on is simply not working.
You know, let me add this. So, my thing is, why do we keep waiting for somebody else to do for us what we have the ability to do for ourselves?
Y'all waiting for somebody else. Me and him not. We don't even look at. I don't.
Right.
We've been doing this for free. And that's another thing about this. When you know somebody got passion. Say, for instance, you go do a job every day, but you was getting paid for it. And then one day they say, if you don't work, I mean, we can still work, but we can't pay you no more. Are you going to quit that job? Or are you going to work for free? What are we doing right here? We don't make a dime, but we can go out here and get killed. It's easy to talk over the internet, because I look at states now as penitentiary yards. You got PCs and say, butt fuck Egypt, that don't go by the rules, because I don't know nowhere where a snitch gonna come out here where they testify and be on TV talking about that ain't nothing, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Not here in this town. That ain't happening. But that's something different. But at the end of the day, man, we have to have where we get these youths, and there's 3 areas of attack, I think, that needs to be addressed when it starts with ending what they call it. Obama might say pockets of poverty, and Clinton might say rat-infested Baltimore. But they all from where we from.
Right.
He talking about us.
Us.
But where they at? I don't see LeBron James down here. I ain't seen Keyon West down here. I didn't see y'all at this boy last week who got shot 50 times and was left in a car. I didn't see you where the same day PNB Brock got killed. Another young man from my clique got shot 15 times right up the street. But y'all quick to see a name in the newspaper that garner rhythmics or whatever. But who speaks for those guys? I don't need to hear about no rapper, actor, entertainer. This ain't 48 hours where the show ends. This is an everyday struggle, and we live up in this. And we trying to give back, because like I was saying, we don't have to do this, but we choose to because it's our passion. Y'all can't feel the passion because you ain't never played the game. Most of y'all got more graduation pictures than mugs.
And that's why their opinions be the way it be on their comments on here, because they didn't live it, they didn't experience it. And that's good, that's fine if you understand that. But don't try to apply the pressure of negativity to something that we try to share and teach because we live through this. But just bouncing on what Toon said as well when he said, what are we going to do? It's on.
I got you.
As Toon said, is, well, what are we going to do, or why do we wait on somebody? It's not so.
Wait.
It's
Hold on.
Shut up.
Public service announcement. Hold on.
Creep on it.
Hold on. Public service announcement.
Hey, so look.
We gonna check my mate right now. Or do you want me? I'm gonna give you a free line.
Nah,
You want
no mercy.
No, it's.
Oh, it's over with.
No, go ahead. Did you make your move already?
I ain't touched him.
Okay.
I got radar. My eyes is my radar. My ears are my antenna. I won't call it out. I got selective amnesia. Oh, wait a minute. We got to go back. You had it wrong.
How you? What happened? What's going on?
Queen on his color. He right. That's no wonder I got you. That go.
See, come on, BJ. No,
that's good. No, that's fair. That's fair.
But it ain't fair.
BJ. But no. It's still my move.
I'll take that.
I was switching on it, but all the time, that's how it's supposed to be.
I'll take that. It's just if his mind state was on, I made this move to get in that position then, but You know, I see
No,
you
no,
just
man.
seen
We're
that
gonna
though.
do like this. Watch
Okay, I
this.
just
No,
you know I
watch
gotta
this.
call a fair game.
No,
now.
no. It's even fair.
Yeah.
Because now you know, sometimes they say, man, you got to do things where you can't have a girl, man. We're gonna sit that right there.
Oh, ain't that
See if you can do life without a wife.
ain't that some shit? Oh,
See, it don't matter.
gone, bitch.
You
Get up
gone,
out of here. Get up out of here, heifer.
I might get, I got to. Okay.
Yeah, it's a must. You better.